Bro, literally, if you ever want to become good at anything, the best thing that you can do is just start and never stop. Like, literally, that's just the key to everything. Every single person that's ever been really good with anything, they just started and never stopped. Now, mind you, putting on this camera and actually even doing this video, I don't feel like doing this right now. I just cannot give up on myself like this because that's trash. It's terrible. But the thing is, I didn't feel like creating this video, which is why it was a really good time to go ahead and make the video in the first place. So that's it. The message is as simple as that. I want to add more information to it. It just doesn't make sense to do so. If you want to become good at something, start and never stop, and do what you don't feel like doing when you don't feel like doing it. Because when you don't feel like doing it, but you do it anyway, that's literally the best time to do it, because you're literally breaking out of the pattern of just stopping and not doing anything when you don't feel like it. You broke out of that pattern and you break into the pattern of doing something when you don't feel like it. So then your mind is hardwired to start continuing to create progress for what you're doing instead of just not doing anything at all. And because you've chose to take that route alone rather than not doing anything, that's what breeds the highest amount of success. Come on, y'all. I'm out with dogs at the moment, so it happens like that. But genuinely, just because of me doing that, it's generated me like literally some of the best ideas of my life in general. And I'm not cutting this video, I'm not editing this video, I'm not doing any of that. Once this video is done, I'm just straight uploading it because I know what I'm saying is valuable enough for somebody to be able to utilize this message for themselves. The action step within the video that I'm making is do what you do not feel like doing when you don't feel like doing it. Then you're breaking the pattern of not doing anything when you don't feel like doing it. So then by the time you don't feel like doing it, you don't go based off of what you feel, you go based off of what you know you're supposed to be doing, which is making progress and taking action. Yeah, you may not be one of the biggest right now, just like I'm not one of the biggest right now, because it's like the biggest beginning stage of time. But at the same time, like even with this content creation, I've been at it like very on and off for a lot of time. When I say a lot of time, I mean like the last 4 or 5 years alone, and I've been on and off with it, and now it's time for me to stay consistent. So yeah, it's life. Genuinely, it's life. And what's a part of life is us being responsible for how we create it, how we choose to create it, and what we choose throughout that process. Because no matter what, if nobody else is going to show up for you but you, literally nobody else is going to show up for you but you have to be the one to show up for yourself, because if you don't, I can guarantee you that nobody else is going to whatsoever. So just because of that alone, that's something that you have to keep in mind at all points in time, even when you don't feel like doing something. Because when you don't feel like doing something but you do it, yet again, just like I said, I'm going to seem repetitive here, but the message is really clear. You break out of the pattern of not doing anything when you don't feel like doing it. So every single time you don't feel like doing something, the only thing that comes to your mind, let me go ahead and get that done. And then once you do that, you're going to be so much more grateful for that. That's how the biggest people and the biggest names became the greatest. And I'm about to show you this as proof of my whole journey of music, content creation, and just building people up in general throughout the rest of this experience of my life. I'm about to prove this to you to be the case. But it's not one thing that I can achieve in just a year. It's not something I can achieve even in 10 years. This is a lifetime of work that I have to do on myself, for myself, consistency, action, persistence. When I don't feel like it, I have to still do stuff, because that's my responsibility to myself. That's my commitment to myself. That's my commandment to myself. I choose not to stop. I made the choice not to stop. So because of that alone, that's important to me, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. When you do not feel like doing it, do it anyway. Start and never stop if you want to become great at it. Healing and wellness be within you. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and share this video to anybody you feel can help. And one more tip. Even yet again, if you're in the beginning stages of like creating content on YouTube, don't stop because you don't have a lot of viewers. Don't stop because you don't have a lot of people coming in to view your videos and stuff. Because there's going to be, even if it's one person, there's going to be people who's going to find your content valuable, and there's going to be people who can actually utilize your content to continue to help themselves grow. Because it's always somebody looking for something new from somebody that has been through it. And you have to trust the fact that what you're saying is important enough and has enough experience backed by the words that's being spoken, and enough results to be able to help other people continue to grow and become greater. Stop digging. Stop. Yeah. When you have dogs, it's part of the responsibility of what you have to do. So, yeah. Thank you for tuning into this video, and shall we continue to create more and more and more? It's never stop. At least I'm not. I'm going to be a pure example as to why you should not. Okay? That's a commandment to myself. This is a lifetime full of work. So let's go. I'm ready for it.